With players aging, being highly paid, and a looming quarterback extension, the 49ers have many challenges and tough decisions that they're going to have to make following this upcoming 2024 season. So could this really be their last opportunity to win a Super Bowl with their core group? Let me know in the comments what you think below. But with that being said, I'm Ryan Tigey. This is the Best in Ball Show. Let's get into it. Okay, first it's important for me to identify who the core players are. For many of you that are watching this, you'll know. On the defensive side of the ball, you have three players: Fred Warner, Nick Bosa, and Dre Greenlaw. On the offensive side of the ball, you got George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, Trent Williams, Christian McCaffrey, and Kyle Juszczyk. Following the 2024 NFL season, the 49ers are going to potentially run into some contract issues that are going to need to be addressed. Some of the key players whose contract are set to expire following this 2024 season, well, there's quite a few. You got Brandon Ayuk, who is actively wanting an extension, Juwan Jennings, Charvarius Mooney-Ward, Dre Greenlaw, who signed a 2-year extension in 2022, is up following this season, Deommodore Lenoir, Talanoa Hufanga, Elijah Mitchell, and Aaron Banks, to name a few. So with the vast majority of those being the younger players on the San Francisco 49ers, so it's safe to say General Manager John Lynch and Cap Guru Parag Marathe have their work cut out for them if they are going to want to keep the young talent that is set to expire following the 2024 season. You also have to take into consideration age and performance. As once legendary 49ers head coach Bill Walsh once said, it's better to trade a player too early than a year too late. When you look at the 9 core players that I mentioned earlier, their average age is 28 and a half years old. Most notable in that group is star and all-pro left tackle Trent Williams, who is 35, the oldest in the group, but they also have George Kittle and Kyle Juszczyk, both in their 30s. When you look at it from a standpoint of top 10 players for the upcoming season on an average salary and guarantee basis, their average age increases. It increases to 29.1 years old, which makes the San Francisco 49ers a relatively older team with aging and performance potentially becoming a factor. And when you talk about players' performance and potential decline, the most notable would be the difficult decision the team made of cutting Arik Armstead to ultimately save $18 million worth of cap space. At the time, he was the longest tenure 49er. He was drafted number 1 in 2015 and spent 9 seasons with the team when he was asked just a few months ago to take a pay cut. For the 2024 season, Arik Armstead was set to make $17.1 million and recently stated on the Third and Long podcast.
All season progressed. They did notify me that they did want to extend me. They wanted me to be a Niner for life, remain on the team, but they didn't say what number that would be at, what the extension would be at. So all season was progressing. And, finally they told me that I was going to have to take a significant pay cut. First off, I want to say, I don't have any animosity towards the organization, Kyle, John, the York family. I have a lot of respect and admiration for them and my time with them. When they sent that over, I did feel extremely disrespected. I didn't feel like that offer was anywhere near the level of compensation for a player like me. And so once I made that decision in my head, I was like, I can't do it, man. And so I asked for my release. I gave the opportunity for the Niners to come up on their offer, but I had to see what else was out there, man. And that was definitely hectic. And it was super stressful. And with all that being said, that's why I'm no longer a Niner.
And he is now on the Jacksonville Jaguars on a 3-year deal that includes $28 million guaranteed or $9.3 million annually per season. As we all know, Arik Armstead, 30 years old, missed 13 games over the last 2 seasons, including 5 just last year in 2023, and has been consistently battling injuries, specifically in his foot with plantar fasciitis, and also admitted that he will undergo knee surgery after playing through a torn meniscus this past postseason. The 49ers have showed the true colors of the NFL being a business of winning. Players who are older, been battling injuries year in and year out, and see their stats and production decline, I wouldn't expect them to be immune to getting the exact same treatment. A player like Deebo Samuel, who played 13 games and had 260 less receiving yards in 2023 and carries a massive salary, would be someone to watch. Do you agree? Salary and cap constraints. The 49ers currently rank top 3 in average salary at 5 different positions, including top paid players in 2 positions, in running back Christian McCaffrey and defensive end Nick Bosa. Following this 2024 season, in 2025, cap hits really start to accelerate with highly paid players. Trent Williams, his cap hit will be $34.1 million, the highest on the team. Fred Warner, his cap number will jump up to $29.1 million in 2025. Javon Hargrave, $28 million cap hit. Deebo Samuel, $24.2 million cap hit. George Kittle, $21.8 million cap hit. And Nick Bosa, $20.5 million. As of today, with a $273 million cap for 2025 season, the 49ers are $30 million over the cap based on their active contracts of the top 51 players. I have to note, this does not include Brandon Ayuk, who, yes, the 49ers could franchise tag as an absolute last resort, but with the recent drama from Brandon Ayuk, the Instagram posts, the money talk, bullshit walks, it appears he is going after top market value. Sport Track projects Ayuk's market value at $24 million per year in annual salary. For the 2023 season and upcoming 2024 season, this has all been possible for them to do, with quarterback Brock Purdy only accounting for 0.34% of the team's total cap number. Of course, this has been absolutely massive to the 49ers' success and has been a huge break, having a stud quarterback in the most important position in sports getting paid very little. But that will all change in 2025 when Brock Purdy is able to get paid. So with this looming massive payday Brock Purdy is set to get, with top quarterbacks averaging $50 million per year, the 49ers will have no choice but to make changes, unless they structure it where Brock Purdy's money does not hit the books and affect the cap until 2026, which I must admit is very possible and likely. Regardless, the 49ers will use similar tactics that they did with Armstead and other players. One of the more notable situations that occurred just recently this offseason was with Kyle Juszczyk, who agreed to restructure his deal to bring down his salary and remain on the team. The 49ers have appeared in 4 NFC Championship games over the last 5 seasons, with 2 Super Bowl appearances, with their core players' production being the absolute main reason for their success. Well, 2024 should be no different. With the impact players that they signed in free agency, along with almost all their core players back and Purdy still being on a rookie deal, they yet again need to cease this upcoming season and finally get over the hump and win a Super Bowl. When other teams have faced a similar transition, like the Eagles, who had to make room for quarterback Jalen Hurts' extension, the Philadelphia Eagles lost 7 starters. And with the 49ers having high-priced players playing another season with accelerating cap hits in 2025, Time will only tell what directions the 49ers will go, making this upcoming 2024 season potentially their last hurrah of the 49ers we know and love since the Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch era began in 2017. Let me know in the comments if you think this is their last opportunity to win a Super Bowl with their core players. And finally, to bring back the Lombardi Trophy to the Bay. And with that said, I'm Ryan Tigey. I will catch you on the next episode. Peace.